Good day and happy Monday to you. It's Maria Murphy. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and that you are enjoying your day today. My mentor, John Maxwell, has a book that's one of my favorite books. He has many. This is one of my favorite books. It is Intentional Living. I've read the book a few times and done a few mastermind courses on the book. And I tell you, it's really helped me being intentional in my living. Before I read this book, I had been going from event to event in my life. So I was doing a lot of planning for the church activities that I'm involved in. And so I would plan the event and also attend the event, but I didn't really enjoy it. I was looking towards the next event, planning the next event. What are we going to do next? And so I wasn't enjoying that. And I'm a firm believer that the way you do anything is the way you do everything. And so that spilled over into my everyday life. You hear people say, enjoy the journey or stop and smell the roses. I did not have time for that. It's like, I got stuff to do, if you know what I mean. But I had to really learn to slow down and be intentional in my interactions and in every area. And John in this book talks about making the shift from living a successful life to a life of significance. And once you learn what that life looks like, you'll want it because I know I want it. And so he talks about putting yourself in the picture, being in your story, because that's what intentional living is all about. Intentional living is about living your best story. And you have a story. It's not about, he wants you to be someone who lives your life, not your history. You want to live the life that you're intended to live. And so this book really helps with that. It puts you on the path to that. John gets really personal. It's one of his most personal books, he said. He talks about his stories of when he started various churches and how things went wrong at some of them and then how things worked out. And so I really enjoyed the book. I think you'll enjoy it. If you would like to order it, you can get it on Amazon. It's not expensive at all, but I highly recommend the book. He ends the book with the quote. He says that once you taste significance, success will never satisfy you. And isn't that the truth? A significant life, living that way, you don't just get rewarded with that. It's not just about what I get, what I have, what I do, what I hoard up for myself. But a significant life is about others. And he talks about partnership. He talks about good intentions are not enough, how you need to actually take action. And he tells you how. John's very good at giving you steps to follow in his books. And so I highly recommend Intentional Living by John C. Maxwell. And, after I read this book, this saying came to me. It says, I wrote it down and I put it actually on this right here, on a magnet. It says, the road to significance is paved with intentionality. And that is something that I strive to live by. I have this on a magnet here in my office. I have it as a screensaver at work here on my computer here because I really believe that intentionality, being intentional, and the journaling helps me do that because if I'm going to write something, I need to remember. And so it helps me take into account when I'm talking to someone or when something happens, I can recount it because I'm intentional about it. I was intentional about that interaction, whoever it was with. And so, whatever it is that I'm doing during the day. So I highly recommend Intentional Living. And once you get it, I encourage you, get on here and comment. Tell us, what you're learning. Share with people what you're learning. We talk about learning, then living it, and then leading others to it. That's all I'm seeking to do here. Add value to you intentionally. As I learn, as I live, I'm leading others to it. So have a wonderful evening. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.